How's it going, guys? It's time to work with what we call Cad blocks. Cad blocks, you're probably wondering, what is a Cad block? Well, a Cad block is basically a system of, or a collection of geometry, or a group of geometry that's all put together and behaves as one unit. That is a block. You can turn anything into a Cad block. We like to use Cad blocks when it comes to our doors, our furniture, our windows, appliances, and things like that. That way, what it helps us do is it helps us not have to redraw the same thing over and over again. Start with a line. We're going to do this door, and I'm going to use the door access to help me make this. So starting with the line tool, I'm on the door layer. Make sure you're on the right layer. I thought I clicked the line tool. There it goes. Now with this door, what I'm going to do is, let's see, what was this 30-inch door? So I remembered that. I didn't have to write it down, or I did write it down, but I didn't have to look at the notes. So these doors are 30 inches, so I'm just going to draw a line straight up on this one at 30 inches. Okay, and then of course something to represent the door thickness, typically a little bit over an inch to inch and a half or so, maybe 2 inches sometimes. We're just going to go 1.5 inches. And I'm going to come down back to this same area. Okay, so there is the actual door. Okay, and now what I want to do is put on a door swing. Okay, and the swing is going to be that little arc thing that comes right through here. And this will allow you to learn how to use an arc tool. And there's several different arc tools. There's different ways of drawing arcs. And see, it's been a while since I've worked with it, but I think I use I don't use start, center, end, or do I? Yeah, I think start, center, end would be the most appropriate to use. Let's give that a shot. So I'm going to start it here. My center is going to be down here. And then, of course, my end is over there. Okay. Now, I made a mistake. I did not place that arc in the right place. And I'm glad that I did that so that you can see not to do your arc that way. So I got to redo that arc. What I did is I actually placed it on this side of the door, on the I guess you would call that the inside. I really want to put it on the outside so that this down here does not happen. Okay, so this yellow line should come right to that line right there. So I'm going to delete that arc, and I'm going to do it again. Okay, this time I'm going to start my arc back on the back of the door, and then go to the center, which is going to be where the hinge is at. Right there where the hinges would be. And now I have a perfect door and door swing. Okay, this is what we call a door swing. Now it's important also to take note of the direction that the door swings. Notice that this is what we call a right hand swing, meaning that we're going to approach the door. We can open it with our right hand right here where the doorknob would be, and swing it open to the right. Okay. You have to be careful of that when you're making your material list. Make sure you choose the right or left hand doors. But that's going to be a right hand door. Doors always swing toward the wall, and what that does is it just provides it keeps from interrupting so much space. So if I was to open the door the other way, that would be kind of odd. The door would probably get in the way sometimes of furniture, of people, of accessing the room, and things like that. So swing the door toward the wall is where we always want to go. All right, so that is a door, and now we have to turn it into a block. So I'm going to go to the Insert tab. That's where we create our blocks from. And I'm going to click on this tool. It says Create Block. And I'm going to click Create Block. And it brings up a dialog box, and I'm going to call this 30IN door. Now you can't put punctuation in there because AutoCAD doesn't like it, or at least it used not to. I haven't tried lately. But 30-inch door, just 30IN door. And all of this typically is usually going to be pre-selected for you, and it's always, you know, it's what you need it to be set to anyway. So as far as the base point of the block, I want to specify that on the screen. Objects, I want to specify on the screen. Behavior, I don't really want to do annotative. I'm just going to do leave it just like it is, scale uniformity, and allow exploding. And of course you'll learn what exploding is later. I don't want to put too much stuff in this video. Alright, so 30-inch door, everything's good to go. I'm going to click the OK button and watch for the instructions. Okay, the instructions are going to be right there, either in the command line or in the dynamic input next to your cursor, and it says specify an insertion base point. And again, that's like selecting the handle of what you want to use to actually handle this door with and place it where you need it to go. So the best place to pick up a door in AutoCAD anyway is right here at the corner, right there at the hinge. So I'm going to click that, and that's going to be my insertion point. Now it's telling me to select the objects. So I want to make sure I select all of the geometry that I just created with all of this door. So I'm gonna left click on the mouse and release, and then pull it over the door itself. Now of course I did not get this line, so I want to make sure I go down there and click on that bottom line right there. And now, since I have selected objects, I can push the enter button. And that is now a block. Okay. Now if I was going to insert this again, I can go to the Insert tab, and there's that 30-inch door. So I can just select it from here and place it wherever I need to in my job.